Today's guest is Natalia Rudin, otherwise known as Nat's Nourishment. She is a fellow, ex-private chef, a bit of an overnight sensation on social media, and now a best-selling author of her book, Cooking Fast and Slow. Nat, not Nats, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Not at all. I'm sorry you got a bit lost on the way as well.
That's all right.
It happens.
It does happen.
So I feel like we should start with, you're not really a private chef anymore, but how kind of all the food thing, where did your love for food start?
I feel like from quite a young age.
Really?
I grew up in a really foodie family. My mum I was very lucky. My mum kind of cooked everything from scratch. So we were really fortunate to have a very sort of diverse set of meals throughout the week. And then my dad was incredibly adventurous and loved to travel and eat his way around a city, and he used to work away. My dad's Russian, and his work was in Russia, so he used to kind of come back and forth. And when he was home, we would always go to really fancy restaurants, and he'd be very forthcoming about trying the more experimental dishes. So I feel like that kind of birthed my love for food from a really young age, and I've always just loved being in the kitchen.
And so when did you actually start cooking, really? You went to university?
I did.
Yeah, got that bit right.
Got a degree. Is it useful? Don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I think I really first started properly experimenting in the kitchen really young. I was 7 or 8, but very tame, like an omelette here and there, you know. Yeah, exactly. Classic. Maybe a pancake from the box. So yeah, I think I properly started cooking maybe sort of 15, 16. I think I would say that's when I started to get a little bit more adventurous and, you know, really outsource specific ingredients or speciality ingredients even. And at uni, I was always the one that was well, not always, but I was usually the one that was cooking dinner for all the girls. And then I love cooking for people. I'm not very good at cooking for myself, but I love cooking for others.
And at any of those points, did you ever think that age 15, 16 that this might be a career for you?
No, never. Honestly, never. I spent most of my late teens kind of scratching my head thinking, what's next? And then originally after school I went traveling with my friend and kind of just was drinking a lot around South America and Southeast Asia, the classic. Having a great time. And then when I came back, I was originally not going to go to university because I kind of have always been very sounds kind of bad, but driven to earn money.
I was exactly the same.
I was I kind of don't really want to go to uni. I just want to go straight in.
What did you read?
I did sociology. Okay. So kind of useful, study of society. I guess that's embedded in what I do now. But yeah, so finished school, got a job in Harrods. That was my first ever big girl job. And I remember getting my first paycheck and being like, holy shit,
this is good.
This is great. But I did it for a few months and then all of my friends were going to uni and I was like, I'm going to really I think I'm going to feel a bit left out if I don't go. So I really literally a couple of days before applications closed, swung in an application and literally picked sociology out of a hat, got in, went up in Manchester with basically all of my friends, had an amazing 3 years, loads of fun. And then after that still didn't know what to do, so went traveling again. And then I was in India this time and it was a bit more of a less drinking, not so much the same as after school. A lot of spending time outside, you know, doing yoga, exercise and eating whole food ingredients, mostly vegetarian. Obviously in India they don't really eat, or you don't really want to eat the meat that's there.
So nothing processed, really.
Nothing processed. And I had this really, it was quite profound. I was not really in a great headspace when I left. Just you're 22, 23 and figuring your life out. I had loads of family drama and my boyfriend broke up with me and I was feeling miserable. And anyway, after sort of 6-7 months of eating really well and being outside, I kind of had this really transformative experience and felt amazing. And then when I came back, I was I want to try and show people, share that experience of kind of just eating really well, taking care of your body. I think there's a huge connection between your mind and your gut in terms of serotonin and happiness. Yeah, exactly.
So overlooked.
So that was kind of the inspiration. And then I got back to London and I kind of told, my mum's amazing. My mum's super supportive. She's she'll champion me through everything, which is really great. And I kind of explained to her what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and she was like, okay, let me like talk to loads of people and see if we can get you a job with anyone working as a personal chef. But I had the USP of like, not only am I going to cook for you, I'm also going to train you.
Yeah.
So it's like a health, bringing like a retreat,
360 degree.
360 degree, yeah, exactly, like the full shebang. But it was, so it was like, I'll basically bring a retreat to you, rather than you going away to a retreat where you can do it because you've like not got your work every day and you don't have to take the kids to school and you don't have to walk the dog. So I was like, I'll put it so that you can fit it around your lifestyle. And I harassed this one lady so much. I sent her like email after email after email being like, please, 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 I know I can do this. Like I know she was struggling with her weight and she really wanted to lose some weight and be healthier and kind of just like remodel her diet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can help you do that. So she eventually said yes, I'm pretty sure, just to kind of like shut me up. But it worked. And then I was with her for 5 weeks. We reached every goal that she set. And then after that, it was just a knock-on effect of people's like word of mouth. And that's kind of where my career started as a personal chef.
You seem, this is probably, there's so much to be said off the back of everything you just said. You seem like you are A, very driven, B, I was going to jump to C, B, don't take no for an answer, and C, just like won't let anything get in your way as well. And I was gonna,
I don't know about that.
I was going to ask, this is, I don't know, might feel a bit deep, but
no, go for it.
It sounds like at a point when you're kind of in your 20s where it felt like everything was going out of control, which is literally what happens. I mean, there's so much pressure to know yourself and you're shoved in this environment, having gone from probably a place where you had hobbies and interests, and you're in university where the only way that you can validate yourself is based on like how cool you are or how much you go to the pub. I hated it my first year. Like, honestly, I absolutely hated it. But I think there is so much social pressure in that. And then sometimes you can leave and feel like a bit hopeless and out of control.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether if there's any relation between like your ambition for what you did with your future and that kind of sense of control to be like, right, my boyfriend broke up with me, shit happened with my family, this is how I'm going to seize the moment.
Maybe.
Or anything around that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've always... It could very well have a link to that,
or like a sense of drive,
a form of
it.
I think drive for me. I know where my drive comes from. It's a bit maybe slightly dark, but my dad, I don't have a very good. We don't speak. I don't have a good relationship with him. He was kind of in and out of my life growing up quite a lot, and then I sort of severed our relationship fully, probably a while ago. Anyway, he used to control us through finances and I hated it. I hated being under his control. I hated that he controlled me by saying like, you know, this is what I've done for you. You went to this school because of me. I took you on these holidays. You live in this house because of me. Yeah. When my parents got divorced, he was so shady with his money that it really like spun the entire family out. And I have just... that happened when I was quite young, and so I was always kind of had this mindset of like I need to be really self-sufficient and independent because I don't ever want to have to be under someone else's control or not have the freedom to just leave if I need to or do stuff that I need to do. So that's always been like a huge driver for me. And also I love being busy, you know. I really love being busy. I find it really difficult. Like I was just on holiday for 7 days with my family and with my mum and my stepdad, and it was on a beach, and I like by the fourth day I was
it's long
like,
enough 7 days.
Like I need sirens, I need the smoke, like I need the city, like I'm a very fast-paced person, and I just love being busy and like not taking no for an answer. I'm very like I will take no for an answer if it's like you know, within reason. But I'm a big believer of like if you want something, go for it and like try your best. And I
mean, that must be like a bit of a double-edged sword because it must be, I imagine, really sad to not have a relationship with your dad.
It's for the best.
In that way, but then it has like stimulated this whole sense of
I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, and
Big
it
time.
Probably has really made you the person who you are.
Absolutely. And also, you know, that's even though we don't have a good relationship, he has some incredible traits. He's incredibly driven, very hardworking. He grew up in communist Russia, came over to Europe, made this whole career. Like we lived a very, you know, I was very privileged growing up, and it's down to him. He came from nothing. So there's a lot from him that I've taken in terms of his like idiosyncrasies or habits or the way that he works. But yeah, I've kind of, rather than turning into him. I'm kind of going in another direction.
Yeah.
But I've used him as like a jumping off point.
Well, yeah, like a vehicle.
Oh yeah, exactly.
When you approached that woman and you were kind of asking her, was there any part of you that felt like a bit of an imposter? Because,
massively.
Yeah, you hadn't had any training at this point.
Still to this day.
I know, God save. Untrained chef online. It is a bit like that, isn't it?
It is. But I think...
But you believed in it.
Yeah, I did. I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it because I'd done it for myself.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was the experiment. It
Yeah.
worked, and then I was like, okay, so it actually does work. I can do this, and I knew I could do it. And I think, you know, obviously they were very kind to me as well. They knew that I didn't really have any qualifications.
This random girl.
So it's like frying shallots
Yeah.
in the kitchen. But I know how to cook, and I've learned so much from watching people traveling, going into different countries and watching how they cook and learning their methods, learning their ingredients. And also, you know, I grew up watching like Jamie Oliver, Nigella Lawson, Nigel Slater, like all of that on TV. I used to watch all of that all the time, and you just pick tricks and stuff up from that. I had like a huge collection of cookbooks, which I would read back to front. So I feel like, you know, I think having formal training is really like a really great thing. I think it's fabulous. Like you can learn so much in such a condensed amount of time, and it can lead you into a specific role that you might want. I knew I never wanted to be in a professional kitchen.
Yeah.
I've done like pub work where I've been in the kitchens there. It's just not for me. I just don't work well under other people. Like I'm very much a solo worker.
Yeah.
And I think if I wanted to really pursue a career in restauranting or like being in a restaurant in the like line cook or whatever, then I would have done formal training. But because I knew I was just going to do stuff like bit wheeler dealery, I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Also, it's expensive. It's time consuming. I had like theoretically already wasted quite a lot of time. Not wasted, but like used up quite a lot of my like youth time.
Yeah.
Like I did school, went traveling for a year, went to uni, went traveling for a year. Then I was kind of like, you know, I'd had my fun, and I was like, I think I just need to crack on now and start actually earning money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the no formal training, I do have imposter syndrome, definitely, but I'm so aware of who I am. Like I know I'm not a trained professional chef, and I don't pretend to be one either. And it's kind of like I had this conversation recently with someone, and they were like, do you not feel like an imposter? You've got like 1.5 million
yeah, and it's quite a lot to be getting on
no
with.
training. Like, do you not feel? But I know, like, it's strategic what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
it's intentional. Like, I'm making very simple recipes because I know that speaks to my audience.
Completely.
And I'm not trying to be like Michelin, like get your tweezers out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything that I want to do is I want it to be really achievable, attainable, accessible, and just essentially get more people cooking in the kitchen. There's intent behind it. So
I think what you've just said, I mean, there are two things. Firstly is that there's so much you can learn in life from curiosity.
Sure.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really good advice to anyone kind of just if you're interested in something, just read or like watch.
Or do or practice or experiment.
Completely.
Yeah.
Exactly. And knowing that it's going to go wrong a bit, but that's okay because otherwise how do you get to the next step?
Exactly.
And also it seems like your approach to food and this thing that you offered the women initially and certainly now through all of your recipes is you've answered people's why and you've really given them a reason, which I really get from your recipes.
Thanks.
That's all right.
That's great.
That's good. So after all of this, then what happened? You were cooking with her for 5 weeks. You were like, great, testimonial, first one.
Yeah, stunning.
Yeah.
10.
Wow.
After that, then I kind of just started reaching out to loads of people, sending like copious amounts of emails a day just to people that kind of like I knew, I didn't know them directly, but they were like friends of friends of like, and obviously I was targeting a wealthy you know, demographic because
Slightly older.
who's going to have a personal chef if they don't have money? Like, so, and then I landed a job in the Bahamas, which was major. I remember being so excited. They flew me out premium economy and I was like, I'm living. And I went out and they had this huge house at the back of the golf course. And then there was like a massive apartment next to it, which was where I was living. And it was like enormous.
Wow.
And then where they lived, it was in a complex, like a gated community. And I worked with them for, I can't remember exactly how long, but it was like maybe just shy of 2 months. And whilst I was there, I just went around and just tried to talk to as many people as I could in that gated community. And I ended up going to the Bahamas like 2, 3, 4, 5 times a year to work with different clients. And eventually, yeah, it was really, really cool. And eventually, like, a lot of those clients would be repeat clients. So they'd be like, okay, we want the January slot after Christmas to be like
Nat's January slot.
Nat's January slot. And then like, yeah, exactly. And some would be like, oh, we'll do like July. And then, you know, you kind of get these repeat clients, and then occasionally you get new clients. And I did it for probably 6 years, and sort of by the 4th year, I had people kind of waitlisted sometimes, and it was really cool. I was so lucky. It went really, really well. Like, I think, like, obviously there's also an element of like hard work in it as well.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, I used my privilege to my advantage and like reached out to the people I knew that would be able to help me.
And that must have really built your confidence.
There were a few knockbacks.
Yeah, of course. Naturally, though.
Yeah.
And I think in the kind of wins make the knockbacks all worth it.
100%.
Kind of what it's all about.
And you actually learn a lot from it. And I feel like I had my biggest knockbacks in the first sort of like 2.5 years, 3 years of my career. And it really taught me so much how to then proceed, like moving forward with other clients. And, you know, a lot of about, you were a personal chef. You were
chef, So I don't really know what I
am. But boundaries is really important, especially when you're moving in with your clients, because that's what I did. So I'd have like some clients early days that would be like, oh, we have to get, do you mind babysitting? Or
I know.
And you're like, it's not really my job. Yeah. Like, I don't really like kids, so I'm not down.
Thanks.
Or like they'd be like, oh, like, I'm super, do you mind walking the dog? Like things like that. And I'm like, to my core, quite a people pleaser.
Yeah.
But you can see it in our jobs, like what we do. We just want to make people happy.
Yeah, he's like my recipe.
So I would say yes to everything, and then I'd feel really like hard done by because my paycheck wasn't really reflecting the amount of work that I was doing.
And also like burnout, it is knackering being a private
really
chef.
Exhausting. Yeah, really exhausting. But yeah, anyway, did that, and then like eventually got like clients mostly out of England, like Canada, France, Bahamas, some in England as well. And I kind of did it for a while. COVID hit. COVID screwed me. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was so bad. Couldn't go anywhere. Lost all my jobs overnight. Had no paperwork in place to protect me. Literally all my finances for the 1.5 years ahead were just like
freelance shit show.
A freelance shit show. Can we swear on this?
Yeah,
Is that fine? Okay, great. So I'm like really trying to.
Might even just put a beat.
Yeah. But yeah, it came around, and I tried everything. I really tried to like get out of England to go to clients and stuff like that, but it just didn't work. Like all the borders were closed, no flights were going out. And I basically had like no work, and then I sort of moped around for sort of 2 months, living at home back at home. Yeah, so I never moved out of my family home because why would I? It was like I paid my mum council tax. Yeah. But because I was never there, I literally would have maybe like over the course of a year was at home for a total of like 2 months. Yeah. 3 months maybe. So there was just no point, which was very lucky as well. I was able to save a lot, which is, you know, helped me now. But so moped around for like 2 months. I think I had maybe 5,000 followers on Instagram. Right. And I put out on Instagram, like, I'll do Meals on Wheels, like delivery, basically. And then I had, I think maybe like 9 or 10 clients, which ran me ragged. It was a lot because I was doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks every day and delivering it to them.
Oh my God.
It was a lot. It was one of the busiest times of my entire life. Yeah. It was great. I remember like I would hit the pillow at night and like not even really remember touching the pillow and just be out. Like really? I was so tired. Yeah, my boyfriend at the time was like my saving grace because he would like make sure I was like eating and showering. And then eventually Instagram.
Yeah, but I think you say that so blasé. It wasn't just Instagram. I feel like you went from having 5,000 followers and then making a commitment to decide. Were you posting quite loosely beforehand?
So loosely. I mean, it wasn't really my main focus. It was more, I kind of started it just to be like, this is what I'm doing. To show my friends. Like a portfolio, exactly. And then after sort of in the 5th year of my career, I started to feel real burnout and real exhaustion.
How old were you at this point?
I think I was 27, 28 maybe. Yeah. Such a young age for a burnout.
Well, yeah, it happens.
The youth these days. So I basically, I was traveling so much back and forth between time zones, and I think that really screwed me a lot, my body. I also had developed an eating disorder whilst I was working, which wasn't great.
Yeah, it's ironic, isn't it?
So fucking ironic.
It happens.
It happens to literally everyone.
Yeah.
So many people who work in the food industry, it's wild. But yeah, so my health was down the drain, but I was kind of preaching this healthy lifestyle to all my clients, and it was like working really well for them, but like behind closed doors, I was really struggling.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, and also like off the back of that, I never saw my friends, I never saw my family. I was, you know, when I'd come home from a job, I'd spend 2 weeks in the kitchen for Instagram trying to cook recipes. And then I kind of made this, I need to find a client that's in England and just become a full-time employee as a chef. And then I can work on Instagram more. And I made that decision at the same time. So I got this client in the UK who I used to work for them freelance. They used to live in the Bahamas. They moved to the UK and they were like, we'd love to have you as like a full-time employee. I was like, great. And I signed the contract with them in like October, and I wasn't due to start until mid-Feb or maybe March. I can't remember. No, mid-Feb. No, March. I don't know. Anyway, just semantics. And then in that October, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to do 3 videos a week. Yeah. And post every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m.
So you're really religious with timings.
Super religious with timing and dates. Literally I've missed it. I've missed a day of posting twice, and it was this year at Glastonbury and last year at Glastonbury.
Really?
I just couldn't do it.
And did someone tell you to follow that format?
No.
Or were you just like,
I just
work for me?
I work really well with routine and schedule, and that incentivizes me to get things done. Yeah. You know, it's like being under pressure. Yeah. So yeah, 6 p.m. UK time, people are after work, they're on their phones, and it's about midday in the US
about the why.
When they're having lunch and they're on their phones. And so that started doing that in October, and then by January my first video went like really, really viral and got 1 million views.
And that was like a cash video, wasn't it?
It was a cash video.
What was it?
Hated it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was so fucking hungover when I posted it, but I was like, oh, it's so shit, but I have to get it out because I need to stick to my schedule. It was like, I think the 1st of January after New Year. And I posted it, and then I was like, I'm just not going to look at it. And then I looked at it a day later, and it was like 1 million views.
That must have been so surreal.
Wild.
Was it?
Really crazy. It was really, really crazy. And then from there, it was beans.
Oh, yeah. What? So that time. I would have thought at least pasta.
No, beans, yeah.
Wow.
Beans.
Well, you know, 1st of January, like, you know.
Everyone wants some beans.
Put out the grease.
Exactly. And then from there, it was just rapid, like quick fire. In January, I still had 5,000 followers. And January 22, I think it was, or 23.
Yeah. Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago? I don't know. Is it 2 years ago? It might be 3 years
25
ago.
25 now. Yeah. I think you might have been 2 years ago.
No.
I have to remind myself sometimes though.
We're nearly
like,
26.
I live under such a rock in my own, like cooking well. Anyway.
Anyway, January, first video went viral, and then from there it was just like a really, really, really rapid incline. And by the time I started working full time for these clients, I had like 250,000 followers.
Wow.
And they weren't particularly happy about that because
they weren't.
Well, yeah, which I totally understand. Like
were you using
they were high profile as well. They were a high profile client. And I think they didn't want someone who worked for them to be kind of like getting a bit of not fame, because it's not really fame,
they wanted you to be under the cover, and
also like they see this side hustle that I'm doing really well, so they obviously in the back of their minds they're like, she's gonna leave us, which I did in the end.
They're right. Obviously. What do you
wrong.
think?
Yeah, exactly. And I ended up only working for them for maybe like 4 months, and then I was like, sayonara.
Oh my God, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And like in that moment though, how was that feeling? Because surely you were like, oh my God, this actually could be.
Yeah.
And it's presumably what you wanted.
Of course.
As well.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like you always, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of think like, oh, I really hope that happens. Like, it would be so nice. It would be so great. And I used to say that to myself, like, maybe if I'm just consistent, it might just pop off and it might work. But then when it actually did start working, it was pretty mental.
Is it? And 2 things. A, the word consistency, so overlooked.
Yeah.
It is like the most
Really
important.
important.
I think that's the one piece of advice. I listened to it on a podcast about 3 years ago. This guy said it. And it is so true. Since I've been consistent on my own platform, God, it makes a difference.
Huge.
I
think consistency in life, just showing up every day.
Yeah.
It's
making a
always gonna work in
commitment.
your
It's so
favour.
true.
Yeah.
So true. And when you were saying beforehand, when you imagined it being really great, is it really great? How is life now on the flip side? I'm genuinely intrigued because I imagine it's gone from like a massive drive of just go to hopefully now being a bit more like I can have lunch with my friends.
Yes.
Within reason.
Yeah. Within every day. Ladies who lunch.
I imagine Sex and the City.
No. It's great. It's great because I feel like I have much more of a social life now, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I would say it's still fairly go. As you know, being on social media, it's a hamster wheel. You have to just keep running in it.
Going.
You know,
Yeah.
it is just, that's the nature of it. So like, even when like for example, while I was on holiday last week, like I'm still working. I can't switch off. Whereas, and sometimes I do envy people who go to work Monday to Friday and then on the weekend they're just like,
I know, just don't care.
Don't work, no work, not looking at my phone. And I respect it. I think that's wonderful. I could never, because I have to work on the weekend. Like you just work as and when you have to, and sometimes it might mean like if I go for a lunch, I'm then working into the evening. Yeah, or, you know, which is fine though. I'm actually totally okay with that
because you love what you do.
Because I love what I do, and I love being able to have that flexibility. But yeah, life is like so much better.
I bet, because it's like that's the thing. I think people think, oh, glamorous private chef, like off she goes to the Bahamas, gets to use their swimming pool, and probably drinks coffee from their nice machine. But it is so not like that. I mean, you are grinding away. It's so, and I think one thing,
you've got no mates out there.
No, exactly. That's the other thing. It's so lonely.
I did eventually make friends, but that's good. It's lonely.
Yeah, it is.
It's lonely.
It's really lonely.
Really lonely.
And I think there's such a bit on Instagram. I don't know if you feel the same. It's slightly portrayed that it's quite like a glamorous life, and I don't know how these girls, honestly, hats off to them, manage to get in their cocktail dresses and look really amazing while they're doing this. But I don't know about you, but I'm like in my brother's pajamas, you know, scraping grease off pans.
Also, I'm like, how are you allowed to film in these people's homes?
I know.
That's what I don't understand, because I could never. It's an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Also, you know, people who have private chefs, they're usually high net worth individuals who value their privacy. And I find that wild. Like, I could absolutely never show the inside of the kitchen of the home that I was working in.
No.
On social media. I think that would just be such a violation, and I wouldn't even dare ask.
Yeah.
So I find it crazy, but I guess some people don't care.
Or maybe times have changed. We're a few years on now, Nat.
Yeah, it's so true. We're evolved.
And so when this happened, you left. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so interested in the story.
No, go for it.
But you obviously left these clients who are on like 250,000 followers, and then kind of, was it just a consistent? Like, how did you manage your time in the week? Are you just generating recipes all the time?
Wait, who, me now?
You no beforehand.
Me now?
Like in
whilst I was working
period, yeah. Like
in my growth period. Like? So I would work on the 2 days off that I didn't have a social life still. Yeah. Like the social life only really kicked in like once I went totally social, like social media forward. Yeah. I would try, because it's three recipes a week. If you could factor in maybe, so you've got 2 days on the weekend or 2 days in the week off, if you can film 4 recipes, 2 recipes a day, then you can stay slightly ahead.
Right.
And then
you go on holiday.
Not really, but like, should you have to have like, I don't know, a dentist appointment or something in the time that you would normally film or whatever, or like someone's birthday or whatever, then you've got that leeway. And I still do that now. Like, I always try and be sort of 5, 6, 7 videos ahead.
Yeah.
So.
And edit all yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not for YouTube though.
Okay.
YouTube, I have a really wonderful videographer and editor called Joss Roberts. He's great.
We'll plug him.
Yeah, he's fab. Really great. He also makes clothes. He's really cool. He's like my best friend. I love him. But I try and stay ahead of the game as much as possible. Obviously, it's not always the case, but as like I'm a very organized person. That's how I work.
And how did the book thing come about? Because that must have been like so surreal.
That was surreal. I remember like one of the last days working with the client that I was working full time. I had the call in the morning from this lit agent called Eve White Literary Agency, who are my agents for.
I thought you meant lit, like
lit. No, like literary. Agent, right? Lit.
So down the lingo.
She's so hip.
So funny.
No, literary agent.
Got it.
They called me and they were like, we'd love to like get you a proposal and like start writing, like thinking about writing a book and then send it out to agents. And I was just like, what the fuck, that's mental. Like that is so
that's
mental.
like the dream.
Yeah, that was like the thing where I didn't even dare think about that, because I was like, that's probably quite unattainable. Like I think let's just roll with Instagram. And when that happened, I really was like, it was a huge pinch me moment. And I remember going into work that week and telling my client about it, and she was a bit like,
yeah.
I was like,
jealous.
Sorry.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And did you have an agent at this point?
So yes,
Okay.
I have had the same agent from day dot. I've only ever had one. There are two people now, James and Kayla, at Good City Agency. I'm really plugging.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's nice.
But these are people I really care about, and they're really,
It's nice
I
to
have a
the same
lot of
ones.
respect for them and the way that they work. James and Kayla are the backbone of my business, I would say. Like, they really smash it. They're so good. As a team, we work really well together. James was actually my ex's childhood like best mate, and I met him through him, and he used to work for agency but brand side. And when I started blowing up, he reached out to me and was like, do you know like what you're doing? I was like, nope. And then I said, like, would you ever sort of like side hustle, just manage me? And he was like, yeah. And then it kind of inspired, it's really lovely. It inspired him to then leave his company and start his own business.
Oh, that's so nice.
And now he has a really successful agency. They manage, I think,
they
maybe
have a really good roster.
Really good roster. Yeah. Epic roster.
That's so cool for you as well.
Yeah. It's really nice because I feel like we started our journeys together.
Yeah.
And we're so close. Like, they're two of my closest friends. We do like team trips and like go on holidays together. And it is just a really,
it's important. I think
super
it's
important.
Like kind of putting your life.
It's my
in their
baby.
hands.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I trust them inherently.
Completely.
And they trust me inherently. And I think because we were both sort of there from conception, there's always going to be that. Just like love and
respect as well.
Yeah, exactly. And like they're also very good in terms of like, you know, I went away this week and they basically ignored me for the week.
Right.
Purposely.
Oh, right.
Because they were like, you need to chill.
Have a break,
like, you haven't had a holiday in over a year. Like, just relax.
Yeah.
I was like, so guys, what's on?
What's going on?
Ed. So it's really, I feel like we're a really good team and they're great.
And what's in the pipeline now? Like, where do you even go from here?
Up.
Honestly, do you still feel that insane like drive to just keep on going?
Yeah.
Because 1.5 million is a shit ton of followers. I think I might retire.
I actually don't care so much about that anymore. That's not really. I think originally I was like, I really want to have loads of followers because then I can start working with loads of brands and I can start helping loads of people and show people loads of recipes.
Yeah.
I've got that, so that's actually no longer really like a driving factor for me. I don't know if that sounds really arrogant.
Not at all.
But like, it's not like.
It's not my driving factor.
The number that it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Like, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I also feel like I try and detach myself as much as possible from that because I feel like that could maybe make you a little bit. So,
For sure.
I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I think
it's about you do it because you want to be happy and you want to build a life that
and actually
allows you a bit of freedom.
But also I do it because I get so much fulfillment from it. Like the thing that I love the most about my job is when I get DMs from people being like, oh my god, I made this recipe, it was so good. Or
It
like
really hits home.
I
know.
It is I wish I could bottle the feeling that it gives me because
so nice.
it is so fucking good. When I'm walking in the street and like someone will come up to me and be like, oh my god, me and my boyfriend love this and like this, but it's so nice. Or like when like a mum will be like, I have two kids, I'm a single mum and my kids are like so fussy, and this is the recipe that I make that's like that to me that's my why, you know. That's originally why I became a personal chef, because I wanted to show people how good food can be,
how easy
and how
it can
simple
be.
it can be. And now that I get to do that with social media and reach such a huge, like a much larger group of people, that's what's important to me. Obviously working with certain brands is really exciting as well. As for kind of what's next, I'm hoping to I'm doing more, but I can't talk about it.
Got it. Well, I expect
but
more
next year
in the line.
Well, that's not what I'm working on at the moment, but I would hope to do that again in the future, but not right now because I've got other stuff that's kind of taking up most of my attention. But yeah, watch this space.
That's so exciting. So you're loving it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do. I really love it. I feel like there's the opportunities that have arisen from it are amazing, and the people that I've got to meet, like you,
yeah,
and so many
Stop.
other. Yeah, no, seriously, like so many amazing, especially women. I feel like there's a lot of incredible women in this industry, and I've been able to rub shoulders with so many of them, and they really inspire me. And also something that I really love about the food community is I feel like everyone really champions each other.
Everyone's nice.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Get a job
so
in food
lovely.
If you, like, don't know
yeah,
where to work.
it's so yeah.
I actually couldn't agree.
You had it here first.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's so, like, everyone is so nice and so supportive of everything that we do, and I think it's just, I love that community. It's so nice, and because we don't work with colleagues directly,
No, exactly.
It's nice to have that community.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think as well, it's like there is a massive part where, like, your friends, not that I don't know what any of my friends do, you know, I have friends who are lawyers, I have friends who they go up to every day, or like
In one ear out.
completely. And like
If it's not creative, I don't
then
know.
I'm like, I have no idea. But you then are putting yourself up to be watched, analysed and criticised by like all, like, you know, obviously members of the public, but also your friends.
Yeah.
Who are
Oh,
literally
yeah.
probably like, I've got no idea what she's doing or why she's doing it.
Also, at the beginning, I think everyone
Oh,
was
it's a bit
probably
awkward.
like, what is she doing?
But I have to say, I think especially if you have a product or something that because which you do, you're not influencing yourself. You're
No,
not like, actually
yeah,
got this
exactly,
product that I'm
yeah,
trying to sell.
yeah.
It is a no-brainer to capture it and to try and share it with people because it's amazing the life that it can generate. Like, literally insane.
Yeah, mental.
I wanted to touch quickly. I hope you don't mind me asking, and
No,
you
go
can
for
definitely
it.
back this off. But you mentioned that you fell with an eating disorder.
Yes.
Which is the reason why I started this podcast.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. When I was 18, not even, I was at school, really high pressure environment.
Yeah.
Made head girl.
Oh.
Like, I know, but that was a carnage. Yeah. Don't recommend anyone shooting for that shot, to be honest. And
Where were you at school?
I was at school at a place called Teddy's in Oxford.
I know Teddy's.
But where are you?
Walsingham.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah. So anyway, moving on from the public school chat. Yeah, I went there. Like, it was just like insane amounts of pressure, and definitely have always been like chronic ADHD. And I think it sounds similar to you. Have always been like, if I want it, I'm gonna really fucking try for it. You know, like huge amounts of effort-led things. And for me, it stemmed from just like I had such bad anxiety, and it was my kind of mechanism to control. And I think it would just be interesting to hear your take on it. I think someone once said to me when I went for some advice, you're never going to get better. And like, I have to live every single day feeling like this and feeling crap. And I was like, no, I'm absolutely not taking that for an answer.
No.
Yeah, literally.
Decline.
I know, completely. And I think I'm so relieved now that obviously the thoughts go through my head, you know, and I have days where I feel good and other days where I feel bad.
Of course.
But food, I'm relieved that I can work in food and that's actually like really helped me. And that I've realised the importance of energy as well, above anything else. I don't know what your kind of stance is on it.
Yeah. Energy is a big one. It's funny how much that depletes when you're like in the midst of it.
But then you can't do anything.
Yeah, really. Like
and you're completely
nothing.
worthless.
Yeah. I mean, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's like a form of control.
Yeah.
For me, my life, I was so out of control. I had no autonomy.
Yeah.
And that was a really easy way for me to kind of take control. Also, you know, growing up in the early 2000s and like being like reading Heat Mag and stuff like that, where they've got like the comparisons of the bikini bodies on the front and like,
that era.
you know, that era, I was sort of 13, 14, 15 when I was reading all of those things, very impressionable, obviously. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of the people I was surrounded with were super conscious about their body and what they were putting into it, but also not necessarily what they were putting into it from a nutrition standpoint, more just like the volume.
Not putting into it.
Yeah, exactly. Emptying it. And yeah, it just kind of, I was always really conscious of it, and it just spiraled really. And then I was, you know, I think also because I was trying to be this kind of beacon of health for my clients, I felt like I had to look a certain way as well.
So it's like additional pressure you're putting.
Huge pressure. And so I used to like go to the gym on an empty stomach, do a HIIT workout for like 3 hours and all of that kind of stuff, and basically like not eat. I would only eat if I went to the gym. And now I don't even go to the gym. I go maybe once every now and then if there's a steam and a sauna at the end of it. But And like if a friend is there as well, like I would never really go on my own. I like very for exercise now, I basically just walk and do like play tennis or like paddle or whatever, like group activity type things where it's more social, because
Really
that's actually what I enjoy.
way.
Exactly, it's more fun. Like I don't find the gym fun at all. Like for me it's triggering, so I don't really go.
Okay. That's pretty strong a decision to make.
Yeah, I mean it's
like that actually is, because it's like there's part of you, like I think the things with eating disorders people don't really understand is it's literally like having a person who's not welcome inside your head.
Totally.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they're telling you to do one thing and you're like, I should probably do something else, but I might do
that.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. And there's days where you feel so much stronger, and then there's days where you really feel like if I'm so close to giving into this.
Completely.
And that's something that you, I guess that part, I suppose you probably do live with that forever, but you just learn how to manage it much better and to become stronger internally. But yeah, gym for me is something that I won't tie myself too much to, because it's just, that is something that's quite triggering for me. But yeah, I think I went vegan as well.
Yeah.
Like, because it was a really good, easy way to restrict without too many questions.
Fine.
And that was, probably not the best choice for me. And then after sort of 2 years ago, I'd say you're never healed, but like started my recovery.
Yeah.
About 3-4 years ago. And no more. 5? 6 maybe 5, I don't know, can't remember. Anyway, we're in 2025. That's really important thing now. It is December. So I started my recovery period, continued being vegan for quite a long time, maybe like I think I was vegan total for like 4 years, maybe.
Okay,
3 or 4 years.
Oh wow,
quite a long time. Yeah. Also, like my partner at the time was vegan, like majority of his family were vegan, so it kind of was quite easy. Yeah, it made sense. And then 2 years ago, or like maybe 3.5 years ago, I was having violent cravings for like fish, chicken, eggs, cheese. And that put me into a really dangerous headspace of restriction, because I was like, I'm really craving all these things that I cannot have, and cannot have.
It's not good.
Not great.
Yeah.
So there was and then I actually lost quite a lot of weight, probably an unhealthy amount, because I was so miserable not eating what I wanted to eat, so that I just wasn't really eating.
Yeah.
And then after sort of like 6 or 7 months, my partner was like, just fucking go and eat an egg, like chill, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, but I have this whole platform that I've built off vegan recipes.
Hard. That's so hard.
Like there's so much pressure on it. And if I'm gonna let these people down, I have to. And my mum was like, oh, just don't tell them. I was like, yeah, but if one of them sees me in McDonald's like, down a Big Mac, they're gonna be like, what the fuck, she's a fraud.
No, it's good to be honest.
So I think so too. Yeah, honesty is a really good policy, I think. But yeah, so then I kind of tested the water on stories and was like, I'm having these cravings, this is my experience, like blah blah blah, I think I'm going to start eating things again, do you want to see it, do you not want to see it? And actually I would say 90% of the response was like, we're not vegan, we don't care, I didn't even realize you were vegan. Because I was never really
publicly like that.
It was more just like the recipes were just like sans meat and fish. And I put that out and then got like a nice reply, so I was like, okay, sweet. And then I then it was literally like the heavens opened, and I was like, eggs, everything, eating everything, and it's just so much better for me. And now I live like, I'm not having steak every day obviously, but like I eat what I want when I want, and that for me is a really healthy place to be. So yeah, good.
And how, do you feel like it's a good thing now? Yeah,
like definitely, like it's the angel and devil you've got on your shoulder all the time. Like there's always going to be a little voice inside my head. And I think being so...
How do you find it with being just like online?
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
I've certainly felt the pressure of that.
Yeah, I do... I struggle with that, for sure. I struggle with that a lot, especially now that I'm aging. I know that sounds crazy because I'm not old, but like I feel like my face is aging, and I'm like, I've never had any work done yet. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah. I've always said I'll just like leave everything au natural, and then when I'm 50,
until it happens,
get like a massive
facelift. You get the wrinkles even more. And I'm the same.
I can give you the Botox.
It's weird, isn't it?
But there is definitely like And people comment on my body sometimes, and I don't like that. I
Really?
find that a little bit uncomfortable.
God, that's hard.
Because it's kind of like...
It's not really their place.
And also, it's never a positive comment.
Right.
It's always something quite negative.
But they must be so bored.
It doesn't... It's also... That's not super frequent. But when it does happen, that's the thing that sticks out to me.
Yeah,
like, you can say anything about me, and it will barely touch the sides. But if you comment on my body, I'll look into it, because that's my
your
mind.
trigger point. Yeah, exactly.
But yes, it is what it is. You just have to let it wash over you.
I think as well, it's like, I don't know if you can relate, but filling your boots up with other things. Like, I think there was a point in my life where I put all my emphasis on my looks because other people told me that that's what I should do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, great, I'm only like good enough if this is how I am. And then spending time on hobbies and like whatever it is, being a good friend. I don't know, all of these other things that make you you is the best way to combat that, because when you have those bad days, you're like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So no one else fucking gives a
so
shit.
much more to offer. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're only the main character in your life.
Completely.
No one else is watching you that closely. Yeah,
I think
that's
no
really
one's going to
important
notice if your bum feels a bit bigger. Or
Sure,
not.
absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's good advice. Well, on that note, I think we finished with a couple of quick fire questions, which I've lost in my notepad somewhere. Sorry, everyone. This is my notepad. I'm actually working on an exciting project too. So.
Are you? Is it in the notepad?
It is in the notepad. It's on the other side. Okay, we'll start. Question number 1 is, what is your desert island dish?
Oh, this was really hard. I saw you write this. I was like,
is it beans?
No, it's actually not. It's actually like really crispy skin roasted chicken.
Oh yeah, you're into that at the moment.
With chips and gravy.
Nice.
And like maybe some broccoli on the side.
Yeah.
Or like a rocket salad.
Great.
Stun.
That sounds good.
And then drink probably a big old glass of red wine or a Negroni. Or maybe a dirty martini.
All
like
three.
Filthy. Pond water. Yeah, all three. Why not?
Yeah,
We're on
why
an
not?
island.
It's a desert island. And when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I used to really want to be a figure skater.
Really? I can so see that for you. You've got the hair going on today.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect.
Like the Russian in me.
Great. And did you ever get on the ice?
I used to do.
It's like, was that even an
I
option?
lived in Vienna when I was younger, when I was 6 until I was 10, and there was an ice rink near where we lived, and my brother used to play ice hockey and I used to do figure skating.
Cool.
And I was like, I want to do this forever.
Oh my God, fun.
The most ungraceful figure skater you will ever see.
Well, you might get back into it. I mean, it's the time of the
Unlikely.
year. You never know. Do you have a favourite quote or saying or kind of something that you live by?
I have a few. So honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I also think in terms of like other people, I have to, if they want to, they will, and let them.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. It's kind of like separating yourself from someone else's actions. Like, it's not personal to you. It's because of who they are that they're making those choices, kind of thing. Yeah, probably those.
Those are good ones. I think all you can ever do in life is like be the best person that you think you can be. And that's it.
Yeah. The other one is you can't change them, but you can change how you react to them.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a good one for me, especially. Yeah, I love that.
If you could give yourself some advice 10 years ago, I guess, I don't know how old you are. You don't have to answer.
I'm 31.
31, aged what, 21?
21.
Anything that you would say?
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works out in the
Just
end.
keep going. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we'll say it works out, but
I think it's working out.
It's working out.
This is
but
the product of it working
it's not
out.
over yet.
No, exactly.
Anything could happen.
When is it ever over, though? I feel like
Yeah, exactly.
there always should be something. What's your proudest achievement? Oh, yeah. The afterlife. It might catch you up there. I always think of myself in that Philadelphia advert, like floating around like an angel with my Philadelphia in my afterlife. Always, if you want to join, you're welcome.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
What is your proudest achievement to date?
I'm super proud of my cookbook.
Oh, you should
Yeah,
be.
I'm really proud of that. Like, being able to do that was a really huge achievement, and it was
People buy it.
also, it's a collective effort.
Wow.
Like, it wasn't just me, obviously.
Yeah.
There's so many people were involved that made it what it is, but I'm really proud of it.
Oh, you should
really,
be.
really proud of it.
That's huge. Biggest thing you've learned in your life, or like a lesson?
Boundaries.
Yeah, actually, such a good answer.
Set boundaries.
Yeah,
Yeah, within reason, but set boundaries.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I know. So you're talking to another people pleaser.
Yeah.
And do you have a role model, and why, or have you?
I would say a lot of the women in my life are my role models. I'm so attracted. Like, I love being around, what's the word? Like, successful women.
Yeah.
That really inspires me.
Yeah.
I find that really cool. not one in particular, but I've been lucky enough. The energy,
yeah,
and just like being around successful women and just women in general really inspire me. I think we're a really cool species.
Yeah, brand.
Yeah, just women are great. Yeah.
Well, on that note, that's everything. Nat, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
The recipe for Nat will be in the caption, and I will also link her book as well, so you can go and purchase a copy. And that's it.
Thank you.
No, not at all.